He's not equipped to be president. You know it, and I know it.
What are you talking about? You have the morals of an alley cat.
Constant insults and jabs in tonight's historic debate between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump. The rematch between these two men, both seeking another 4 years in the White House, focused on the issues, but there was a lot of disagreement about what has been accomplished on their watches. Thursday night, I'm Shari Williams. Rick has the night off. The big story on Action News tonight is the first presidential debate of this race between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump. This debate was very different than the last time these two met in 2020. There was no audience and no interrupting. Action News reporter Caroline Goggin live for us now in the Satellite Center with details and reaction from tonight's debate. Caroline.
Well, Shari, it was a debate of character, not necessarily a debate of policy tonight. The rules for tonight's debate, as you mentioned, were much different than the ones from 2020, but the two candidates on the stage were exactly the same. And we watched tonight's debate with a political analyst who tells me that there was a clear winner coming out of tonight, and it now will be up to voters to decide who that was. It was the first in-person showdown of the election season. There was no handshake as Democratic President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump, a Republican, took the stage for tonight's presidential debate in Atlanta. The first topic, the state of the economy.
Look at all that was done in his administration. He didn't do much at all. By the time he left, things were in chaos.
The entire world, we're no longer respected as a country. They don't respect our leadership. They don't respect the United States anymore. We're like a third world nation.
From inflation to immigration.
He decided to open up our border, open up our country to people that are from prisons, people that are from mental institutions, insane asylum. Terrorists. We have the largest number of terrorists coming into our country right now. All terrorists, all over the world, not just in South America, all over the world. They come from the Middle East, everywhere. All over the world, they're pouring in. And this guy just left it open.
The idea they're emptying their prisons, we're welcoming these people, that's simply not true. There's no data to support what he said. Once again, he's exaggerating, he's lying.
The presidential candidates also spoke about the January 6th insurrection, the war between Russia and Ukraine, and the Israel-Hamas war. Of course, a hot topic of the night was abortion rights.
Throughout the world, the most respected wanted it brought back to the states. I did that. Now the states are working it out.
The idea that the politicians, that the founders wanted the politicians to be the ones making decisions about women's health is ridiculous.
As the candidates debated, voters across the Delaware Valley gathered. Some Biden supporters met in Manayunk, while a group of Trump supporters held a watch party in Bucks County. We watched the debate with political analyst Randall Miller, a professor emeritus at St. Joe's University. He spoke about his impressions of the two candidates in tonight's debate.
I think the most expressive thing that's going to have the deepest impression is simply looking at him. He just doesn't look like he has the energy. He doesn't look like he has mastery even of himself. While Trump is being Trump. I mean, Trump is basically on script. He's pulling up stuff he's said 1,000 times at rallies. He's found a way to work it in. Most of it, you know, a lot of it's made up. It makes no difference because there are no fact checks going on here. And Biden takes the bait.
Now, former President Donald Trump was asked tonight if he lost this upcoming election, if he would accept defeat, and he said he would if he believes that the election is fair and legal. Now, as we mentioned, a lot of topics discussed during this debate tonight, including inflation, the handling of COVID, jobs, the opioid epidemic, a lot of topics and a lot to unpack. Shari?
Caroline, I'm curious from the analyst, Mr. Randall Miller, he made it so clear there was no fact checking. So substance and style. What did the analyst have to say about if truth actually matters of what was being said on the stage?
You know, Shari, I asked him that, and he said that substance and style are equally important in a debate like this one. He said, of course, it matters how exactly these candidates are answering the questions, but he also says that the answers themselves matter. Now, he told me tonight that he believes, in his opinion, that Trump stomped on Biden tonight with the way that he answered the questions, the energy that he had in his debate versus the way that Biden answered the questions and the energy that he had in this debate. Now, Miller also told me that one thing he thought that was interesting about tonight's debate was there was no humor involved at all. So obviously there's a lot that people are going to be talking about in the days to come. And of course, this debate is crucially important here in Pennsylvania. It is a swing state here, and a lot of eyes are going to be on both of these candidates heading up to the November election. Another debate, though, scheduled for September when those candidates will face off once again. We're live in the Stat Center. I'm Caroline Goggin, Channel 6 Action News. Shari.
Yeah, the candidates doing their best to connect with voters. Caroline, thanks. The candidates covered a lot of ground in tonight's debate. You can head to our website, 6abc.com, to review all of it, hear what they had to say about their positions on the issues, also times when questions were not answered, and also check their facts.